Okay, why did you pick this internship instead of the others? Particularly given one of them is like in your neighborhood. You live in Savannah, so one of them is right
Yeah.
there.
I just thought that this one had much more to offer in terms of like what I would be learning in the summer than the one in Savannah. The one in Savannah was actually paid, but this one just seemed like I would get so much more out of it in terms of like experience and what I would be able to, yeah, what I would be able to do in the summer and what I would be able to learn.
So, I mean, again, what I really liked about this is that I really do felt like I learned a lot with all the readings and everything and the practice. And like you said earlier, like I'm never really going to get a chance to focus on that kind of hardcore trial stuff unless I want to like just bang my head against the wall after I graduate, trying to learn it as fast as I can.
I know a lot more about public defense. I know, trial strategies. I know about impeachment. And a lot of things that I learned over the summer, I'm now using in class in my second year of law school, especially in my evidence class. I'm realizing how everything all works together.
When it says intensive, it means intensive in each letter of the word. Basically, it's a grind. It's definitely no joke. It's definitely, if you want it, you're gonna do it. If you don't want it, then it's not gonna be for you, and you're gonna know that the first reading you get, you're gonna know that you're like, wow, this is the next level. It's like you have to apply yourself. You actually have to care and want it. So
we always had something to do. There was never like hours of time where there was like we weren't sure what we were doing. I don't know. I thought it was pretty structured throughout. Like the day to day was pretty structured.
I never thought it'd be truly from 9 to 5. I was like, oh well, like it'll be 9 to 5. Like we'll have like time where we can do whatever, no worries. Like, but it is truly from a 9 to 5.
I like how we kind of like went through each and every step when it came to like identifying like the different elements of the case.
A lot of group work, a lot of thinking like I haven't thought before.
There was a lot of reading. There was certainly a lot of reading. It was tough at times, but it was rewarding in its own way.
It was a lot. The first week was a lot of reading, but I think it ultimately pushed me to like sort of force myself to basically be the person I want to be.
I knew it was going to be a lot of reading because you said it, but that was a lot of reading.
And I think how the setup is perfect because you read it, you talk about it, you apply it, and you keep applying it.
So the dojos were kind of like a round robin or like popcorn to or between the interns, and we would start off with, Justin would start off by telling us to describe something, and then we would have to each go around trying to come up with a way to describe it. And it was just like it was like a brain exercise. And as the weeks went on, we were able to, think of things quicker, think of more logical things to say. It wasn't just like random things. We were able to, it was just like really to help us like practice like on our feet thinking. And so I really liked the dojos. We did it like almost every day. And you could really tell the difference between like the first week and say midpoint, like 4 or 5 weeks in, we were able to do them a lot faster.
Dojos? What are dojos?
Yeah, we did a lot of them. And at first it was a little bit daunting, a little bit awkward to try and get into it. But after you do it a few times, you kind of get used to it, and it's just, you can go right into it. There's no anxiety or anything like that.
I feel like my brain was rewiring itself as I was like learning how to do them properly.
Unexpected things. Honestly, I did not expect to stand in front of a judge and do any work like that, but it was definitely a pleasant surprise. I mean, one of those things where it's a little bit daunting at first to say, oh, I'm going to go, like, I'm not even a lawyer, I'm going to stand in front of a judge and go represent someone. But, I mean, again, once you watch someone do it and you go do it yourself, it's not really that bad.
I didn't know if I was going to get necessarily like courtroom experience since I was a 1L, which I ended up getting, which was great.
We worked on some VOPs just not necessarily with the negotiations, but just hearing and walking them through it. And I did some plea hearing stuff, and I sat in on a lot of preliminary hearings.
I got to meet with pretrial detainees multiple times a week, and sometimes they would be, even up to 5 or 6 clients a day. And so I got a lot of exposure, and I got to practice my client skills and speaking to people, and also learning how to effectively communicate with clients in a short amount of time.
It was very like I think I was a little scared, but it was very like you were able to like guide us through it, and getting up there and being able to do that was like a good way to like, I don't know, get us to get our first step up there and get comfortable doing that. So
I think virtual was good. It kind of it made you feel like you were a part of a community. You having your camera on really helped because you knew that other people were there with you and you weren't staring at a blank screen. I think it made it just as good as being in person.
A lot of it can be done virtually, and even working in groups, it all works out over Zoom.
I didn't expect it to be as laid back as it was, even though it was serious. It was quite fun to speak to the other people and like develop those sort of friendships with people.
Did you find it fun? Was it fun?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I'm friends with everybody in there now, I think. So, I mean, it's great. I hope I can continue to be friends with these people and still communicate with them as we move forward.
Yeah.
And bonding experience.
Do you say speak to them? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, like, we have a group chat. That's what I mean.
For law students who have just finished their first year and was in a role with you, what do you feel that this is a good option for a law student coming out of the first year?
I would say any law student interested in trial practice, definitely.
It's just a good way to spend your first summer if you're interested in criminal law at all. Yeah.
If you don't find this fun, that's just this isn't for you.
Justin Jones is a great lawyer. Do the internship.